Hello, my name is Mark Freeman, and I'm going to take you through a Vinyasa flow that you can do any day. We're going to start on our back in Shavasana. Oh, we start on our back in Shavasana just to relax into our practice, shift from the day that we've been having, and shift into our yoga practice. Take a few deep breaths, breathing in through the nose. And exhale, sighing the breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. We'll do that one more time. Big breath in, fill your lungs up. And exhale. We'll start just by bringing our knees into our chest. Hug both knees in. If it feels good, you can sway from side to side, giving your sacrum a little massage. Bring both hands to the right knee, extend the left leg long. Pull the right knee up into your armpit. And again, if it feels good, you can wiggle that leg from side to side, shifting from left to right. Keep breathing. One more breath in. Exhale, we'll switch sides. So bring that left knee in, extend the right leg long. Side to side. Pull that left knee up into the armpit. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Plant the left foot on the mat. Take the right ankle above the left knee. And just relax your hands down by your side. And using the strength of your legs, pull the left knee in towards your chest. And that right knee is going to push away from your body. Just getting a gentle stretch here on the outer right hip. Take a couple more breaths here. And on your next exhale, you can release that back down. We'll switch out sides, planting the right foot. Left ankle goes above the right knee. Pull the leg in to the chest. And we're just using the strength of our legs. We're not needing our arms here at all. Just engaging the lower body at this point. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Hug both knees into the chest one more time. Take your hands behind your knees. We'll roll forward and back just a couple of times. And we'll come into a seated position, the top of our mat, crossing one leg in front of the other. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. Your left hand is going to come to the right knee. You can look back over your right shoulder. Continue to breathe. Look for more length through your spine on the inhale. And exhale, invite a deeper twist. Next inhale, come back to the center. And we'll twist to the left. Right hand comes to the left knee. Left hand goes behind, little kickstand. Keep coming back to the breath. Next inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, right hand goes down to the mat, left arm goes overhead. Long stretch all along the left side of the body. Next inhale, come back up. And exhale, left hand to the mat, right arm overhead. Inhale, come back up to center. And exhale, just let your hands come back down. We'll come over our knees into a tabletop. And we'll start here in tabletop just by opening our wrists a little bit more. I like to do wrist push-ups. So you're going to press into the knuckle of the pointer finger on each hand, and you're just going to lift the wrist up off the mat. In yoga, we do a lot with our wrists. So on the inhale, lift the heel of the hand. Exhale, lower it back down. And it's important to take care of the wrist. Inhale up. Exhale, release. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, release. 1 more time. Inhale up. And exhale, release back down. Now we'll take our fingers and we'll start turning them. So our fingers are pointed to the sides of the mat. Heels of the hands are in together. And now we just rock from side to side. Coming over the left fingers, then coming over the right fingertips. Rocking from side to side, giving the forearm a little bit of love. Gentle movements here. We don't have to force anything. If it's feeling strenuous, you can lean back into the heels a little bit more. All right. Let's keep turning our hands. Now our fingers are pointed back at our knees. Thumbs are pointed out to the side of the mat. And now we're going to rock forward and backward. So coming over the heel of the hand and then over the fingers. Heel, fingers. Just some gentle rocking here. All right. Come back to tabletop. Go through a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly. Lift your gaze, spread across the shoulders, spread across the hips. We're going to move on the breath. On our next exhale, come into cat. Round the spine, tuck the chin. Spiral the biceps forward, the triceps back. Next inhale, come into cow. If it feels good, you can wiggle into the hips, do whatever movement. It's going to feel intuitively good here. Next exhale, come back to cat. We'll do it 1 more time each way. Inhale to cow. And 1 more time, exhale back to cat. Great job. Come back to neutral spine. Walk the hands a little forward. You can tuck the toes. We're just going to lift our hips up into downward facing dog. Bend the knees generously if you need to, and press your chest down towards the mat. You can pedal into the feet, taking the right heel down, taking the left heel down. Right heel and left heel. Press both heels down. On your next inhale, look forward. Bend the knees. Make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Come into our sun A. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Go through your flow. You might want to add on or take off today. Maybe doing an extra push-up, or maybe skipping chaturanga altogether. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Take a breath in here. Exhale, side out. Your next inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Come to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive back up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, go through your flow. Meeting again, back in downward facing dog. We'll take a moment here in down dog. On your next inhale, look forward. Bend your knees, come to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive back up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Go through your flow. Meeting again, back in downward facing dog. Again, take a moment here in downward facing dog. And on your next inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse all the way back up. Exhale, hands to prayer. We're going to take our left foot and take a big step back behind us. Coming into star pose. Hands come to your hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. You can bring the hands right beneath your face. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, grab your peace fingers around your big toes and pull yourself down into the stretch. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Come on back. Bring your hands below your face. Take the right hand over to the left ankle. And you can take the left hand either up towards the ceiling or just set it on your lower back. Try and stack the left shoulder on top of the right. Keeping your hips flat, square to the mat. One more breath in. Exhale, release. We'll switch out sides. So take the left hand over to the right ankle. Right hand goes up to the ceiling, or just set it on your lower back. Keep working that twist. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Come back to center. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold down. Bring your hands up to your hips. Inhale, flat back, all the way back up to standing. Turn the heels in, toes out. Coming into goddess pose or horse pose. Take a few moments here. Lean back into that posture like your back is up against a wall. Bring your hands to prayer. Take your left heel up off the mat. Hold here for a moment. Lower it back down. Next inhale, take the right heel up off the mat. high as you can. Hold it here. Lower it back down. Now we'll take both heels up off the mat. Hold here, and we can pulse up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the heels down. Come back to star for just a moment. Step back, top of the mat. Take your hands down by your sides for just a moment. Feel yourself here in mountain pose. Press into all 4 corners of the foot. Stand up nice and tall. Knees over the ankles, hips over the knees. Feel the energy flowing up through your body now that we're a little bit warm. If your eyes are closed, you can blink them open. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, sink back into chair pose. Little tuck of the tailbone, arms go up past the ears. Sink down low. One more breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, go through your flow. Meeting again, back in downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Turn the left heel down. Inhale up, warrior 1. We're going to go through our Sun B series. Exhale, hands go back down to the mat. Step back to plank. Go through your flow. And again, meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale the left foot up. Exhale, step it up. Turn the heel down. Inhale up, warrior 1. Stay here just for a breath. And we'll go back through our flow. We'll do that 2 more times. So we're going to make our way back up to chair pose. So next inhale, look forward, exhale, make your way up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Brush the mat, come up to chair pose. This is the top of our sequence. One more breath in. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, go through your flow. Meeting back in dog. Inhale the right leg up. Step it up between the hands. Left heel goes down. Inhale up. Warrior 1. Exhale, hands go back to the mat. Step back to plank, go through your flow. Left leg lifts. Step it up. Heel goes down. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, go back through your flow. Take a moment here in down dog. Breathe in. Exhale it out. Next inhale, look forward. Make your way again to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale down. Brush the mat, come up to chair pose. One more breath in. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, go through your flow. Meeting back in down dog. Inhale, right leg. Step it up. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, back down. We got one more side. Inhale, lift. Step it up. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, back down. Meet back and down dog. Take a moment here in down dog to breathe. Next inhale, look forward. Bend your knees, make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale down. Brush the mat, inhale up, chair pose. Let's come into drinking bird. So shift the arms back, lift the heels, and onto the ball of the feet. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the hands back behind you. Arms go overhead. Stand all the way up, keeping the heels lifted. And now sink the hips down to the heels, keeping the heels lifted. Lift the heels as high as you can. And then release back into boat pose. Keep the chest lifted. If you need to support yourself with your hands, that's totally fine. You can even grab behind your knees. Whew, catch your breath. Reach out in front of you. Sit up tall here in boat for a few more breaths. Two more breaths. And on your next exhale, come down into low boat. Try and keep the shoulders lifted for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back into boat. Best boat of the day, best boat of the week. Extend the legs if you can. Plant the feet, plant the hands. Take reverse tabletop, lifting the hips as high as you can. Squeeze the shoulders together. Butt goes back between the hands. Cross the legs at the shins, come over the knees, go through a flow. And we'll meet back. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, side out. Next inhale, look forward. Bend your knees, come to the top of the mat. Flat back. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse all the way back up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Great job. Okay, we're gonna come into a little bit of balancing. So shift the weight into the left foot. We're just gonna take the right foot up into our hand for a quad stretch. Work on our balance. Knees come close together. Try and stand up as tall as you can. Engage your core as well as that lifted leg. We're gonna go through a few postures here. So if you fall out, just jump right back in. Let's go into standing pigeon. Bicep curling that right leg. Drop the right hip down if you can. Keep breathing. Pick a spot in front of you that's not moving as your focus. Take the peace fingers, grab the big toe. Extend the leg out in front of you. If this isn't available to you, you can always just grab the knee and hold that as well. But if you can, challenge yourself, challenge your balance. If you can, open out to the side. Ooh. I'm gonna fall over. It's my body getting stronger. Come back to center. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it back down. It always gets harder when I count. Shake it out. And we'll do the other side. So again, Shift the weight into the right foot. Take the left foot up into your hand. Simple quad stretch. Pick a spot that's not moving. I've got some letters on my mat that I can just take a look at. They're not going anywhere. Keep breathing. Let's shift into the standing pigeon. Drop that left hip. Lift that leg up, bicep curling the lower leg and the foot. Take the peace fingers around the big toe, extend that leg out in front of you. Again, if you need to, you can just grab the knee. If this isn't available to you, just do what you're able to. Even if all you're doing is hovering that foot up off the mat, you're still working that balance. And that's a good thing. You can open up to the side. Come back to center, release the foot. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it back down. Great job. Shake it out. Shake it out. We're going to do one more balance move. We're going to come into tree. So shift the weight again over to the left foot. Take the right foot up. You can just have it as a little kickstand. You're still in tree. This is doing what you need to do. If you can do more, take that leg up higher, up into your upper thigh. Press that leg, that right leg into the left leg. Your hands can come to prayer. If you'd like, you can reach overhead, giving the birds a place to roost. Keep breathing. Pick a spot that's not moving for your drishti. That's your point of focus. Open the right hip up. Smile. One more breath in. Exhale, release it back down. We'll do the other side. Shake it out if you need to. Shift the weight into the right foot. Take the left foot up. Again, just a little kickstand. If that's what you need to do that. Or bring the foot up higher on the leg, opening the left hip out to the side. Hands come to prayer. Or again, if you'd like, you can extend the branches up overhead. Relax the shoulders down your back. Stand up nice and tall. Engage your core. Engage both legs. And keep breathing. Come back to the breath. And got windy. One more breath in. Exhale, release it back down to the mat. Great job. Shake it out. Move it a little bit. Okay. Take your feet about mat width apart. Hands come to your hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Take your peace fingers, loop them around the big toes. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold down into the stretch. Bending your knees generously if you need to. Shake your head yes. Wiggle your head no. Keep breathing. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Take your hands underneath your feet. So you're standing on top of your hand. Toes will tickle your wrists. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold down into it. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Hands come up to the hips. Inhale up with a flat back. We'll come to the top of our mat. We're going to go through another vinyasa. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, go through your flow. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Go through a few more standing postures. And then we'll make our way down to the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, side out. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step it up between the hands. Turn the left heel down. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, open, warrior two. In warrior two, this is an open hip posture. So that left hip is going to open up to the side of the mat. This left shoulder is going to pull back away from the right knee. On our next inhale, we're going to come down into Skandasana. So inhale, bend into the left knee, right toes pop up. Try and keep the left foot planted on the mat. If you need to, you can stick a block underneath your sits bones. One more breath in. Exhale, press back up into warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse warrior. Left arm goes down the left leg. Next, exhale, extended side angle. Reaching overhead. Looking for a line from the left fingertips outside, all the way down out to the left ankle. If you'd like to bind, you can take the left hand around behind you. If you want to go for a full bind, take the right hand underneath your leg, clasping hands, and then open your chest up to the side wall. One more breath in. Exhale, release, straighten the right leg, and windmill open to reverse triangle. So right arm's going to go overhead, left hand goes down the left leg. Next inhale, we're going to make our way into triangle. Adjust your feet if you need to. Spread across the chest, reaching up for the ceiling. If you're feeling hunched over or crunched over, just come up a little bit more in that posture. You want to have a long waist on both sides. You can stay here in triangle. If you want a little bit more, you can come into half moon, bending the right knee, planting the right hand, and then taking the left leg up to about hip height, spreading across the chest. Be light in the hand of the right hand. One more breath in. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, go through your flow. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it up between the hands. Right heel goes down. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, open, warrior two. Sink down into it. Wiggle into it. Come back to the breath. Next inhale, we're going to come down to Skandasana. So inhale, bend the right knee. Keep that right foot planted on the mat. You can support yourself with your hand or with a block. On your next exhale, come back up into warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse warrior. Next inhale, reach over into extended side angle. Right hand goes overhead. you'd like to go for the bind, you can take the right hand around behind your back, grabbing your inner thigh, and then spreading across the chest. If you'd like to go for the full bind, you can take that left arm underneath, clasping the hands together, and then open across the chest, stacking the right shoulder on top of the left. One more breath in. Exhale, release. And we'll come into reverse triangle. Right arm goes down the right leg, left arm goes overhead. Hips are squaring towards the top of the mat. Next, inhale, reach with the left hand, planting on the leg, and then inhale, spread across the chest. Looking for openness in this posture. If you'd like, you can stay here. If you want a little more, you can come into half moon, planting the left hand in front of the foot, taking the right leg up to hip height, opening across the chest. One more breath in. Exhale, plant both hands, step back to plank, go through your flow. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And exhale, release your knees down to the mat, coming into child's pose. So toes, big toes touch. Knees come about mat width apart. Sink down into it. Bring your forehead down to the mat. And breathe easy. Go ahead and take your right hand, thread it underneath the left shoulder, bringing the right shoulder down to the mat. One more breath in. Exhale, come back to center. Now take the left hand, thread it underneath the right shoulder. Keep releasing your hips back to your heels. One more inhale. Exhale, come back to center. And then go ahead and just release that. And we'll sit back into staff pose. Take both legs out in front of you. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, reach overhead. And as we exhale, walk the hands down along the side of the legs, pulling your chest towards your toes. Keep breathing. And as you exhale, you might be able to just walk your fingers a little further forward. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release, come on back up. We're going to come into cow face. So we'll take the left leg on the bottom, just take the right leg on top, and then keep walking the heels away from each other until the left knee is over the right knee. You want to have both sits bones grounded. So if they're not, go ahead and just grab a block, stick it under your sits bones, elevate the hips a little bit. If there's another pigeon stretch that you would rather take, you're welcome to go there. We're just going to do cow face legs today. So inhale, sit up tall, and breathe deep. Open up the right hip first. Keep breathing into it. And if you're able to, you can walk your hands forward. Keep breathing. Keep inviting that opening of the hips. We'll be here for 5 breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, release, come on back up. And to switch sides, we're going to take our hands and walk them around. We're going to pivot on our feet. So lift the hips up. I'm going to pivot around the back side of the mat, bending back into the knees, and then magically, our left leg is on top. Maybe my favorite transition in all of yoga, but I take pleasure in those sorts of things. So again, left knee is on top of the right knee. If this is still tight, that's totally fine. Just grab a block, stick it underneath. If you want to take double pigeon or even just a single pigeon variation, that's totally fine. So again, sit up flat back and breathe. If it starts to feel good, you can start walking the fingers out away from the mat. Keep breathing. We'll be here for 5 more breaths. One more breath in. And exhale, release, come back up. We're going to come into a butterfly stretch. So bring the soles of the feet together to touch. You get to pick the distance that the heels are away from your body. Grab your toes, you can grab your ankles. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Bringing your forehead towards your toes. You can use your elbows to press down into the knees. We don't want to force it. If your face isn't touching your feet, that's totally fine. Not everyone's body is that flexible. And even some people who are need to engage their body a little bit more to protect their joints. We need to work our muscles and our flexibility, our strength and flexibility at the same time. That's going to help us avoid injury. One more breath in. Exhale, release, come on back up. Take your feet out wide for a wide leg straddle. Again, if this is a lot for you, grab a block, put it under your butt. You can bend your knees. Ultimately, we want to make sure that we're in a position where we can fold forward. We're trying to open up this inner thigh area. So take a big breath in. And on our exhale, forward fold, walk the hands forward. Pause when your body is giving you resistance, and that's totally fine. Just stay there and breathe. See if the exhales allow you to move any deeper. One more breath in. Exhale, release back up. Take the right hand on the left leg. Left arm goes overhead. reaching past the toes, opening up the body. Inhale, reach the hand up to the ceiling. You can use the right arm to wedge the body open. One more breath in. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, back to the top. Take the left hand onto the right leg, right arm overhead, reaching past the toes. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Left arm, you can wedge open a little bit more, spreading across the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Coming back to center. We're going to recline onto our backs. So take the feet to the top of the mat, recline all the way down. Plant the feet. We're going to go through just one round of bridge pose. So heels are just within reach of the fingers. Inhale, lift the hips. If you'd like, you can clasp the hands below your back. You can walk up onto the shoulders a little bit more. Keep lifting the hips up high. Try and keep the knees close together. One more breath in. And exhale, release back down to the mat. Hug the knees into the chest. And reach between the knees for the outside of the feet, coming into happy baby. Kick into the hands, pull down on the feet. If it feels good, you can rock from side to side. You also have the option of bringing the one heel in and extending the other leg. You can switch sides, left heel in, extend the right leg. Come back to center. You can stay here in happy baby. If you want to keep progressing, you can take the legs up the imaginary wall. Relax the hands down by your side just for a few breaths. This is a great place to hang out. If you're still wanting a little more, we can come into plow pose. So feet are going to go overhead, hips are going to go up towards the ceiling. If you'd like, you can clasp your hands behind your back, bringing the weight onto the shoulders, keeping the weight off of your neck. If your feet don't touch the ground, don't stress about it. It's totally fine. Keep breathing. One more breath in. You can release the knees down to the forehead. If you'd like, you can even wrap your arms around the back of your knees. Tiny breaths here, really constricting your chest and your diaphragm. Now, very carefully, we're going to roll out. So brace yourself. We're going to roll our bodies out very slowly, setting ourselves up for Shavasana. Extend the legs long. Relax the arms down by your side. Palms up.
I'm not quite sure what went wrong.
Take a breath in. And exhale, side out. Melt into the mat. Allow your body to feel heavy. And take rest. When you're ready to come out of Shavasana, you can bring some movement back into your fingers and toes. If it feels good, you can reach your arms overhead. Take a long stretch all the way down the length of your body. And you can roll into one side. And gently press yourself up into a seated position on your mat. And rest your hands on your knees. We'll take one final breath together. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for flowing with me today. It is a pleasure to be here with you. Hope you have a great day. Go out, drink some water, and do good things. Hope to see you again soon. Thanks.